The church hall buzzed with excitement and joy. Guests, friends, and family waited eagerly. They anticipated the couple's eternal love declaration. Air thick with romance filled the room. David prepared to marry his dream woman. Adanna stood beside him in radiant gown. She looked angelic and utterly mesmerizing. Everyone admired her undeniable beauty and charm. Father Joseph held Bible at the altar. The crucial moment was finally approaching. They had exchanged heartfelt vows already. Now, face to face, for I do. Pastor began asking the sacred question. Suddenly he froze completely in place. His hand trembled holding the Bible. He stared intently at the bride. Unsettling feeling washed over him suddenly. He stepped back from the altar, gaze fixed on Adanna with hesitation. Entire room fell into deep silence. David glanced, puzzled at the pastor. Father Joseph, what's going on here? Pastor kept eyes locked on Adanna. Guests exchanged nervous, confused glances. Tension became palpable in the air. Time seemed to stop completely. Stop, Pastor shouted with authority. This wedding cannot continue like this. Crowd gasped in collective disbelief. Many shifted uncomfortably in seats. Adanna's smile faltered briefly. Her eyes narrowed slightly then. David's face reddened with embarrassment. He opened mouth to protest. Pastor raised hand, silencing him. You don't understand the truth. She's not who you think. She's not a human being. She's daughter of River Goddess. Murmur spread through shocked crowd. David's heart skipped a beat. Was the pastor serious now? Everyone stared at calm Adanna. Her expression remained unnaturally serene. David felt chill down spine. She looked beautiful as ever. Gown shimmered under church lights. Hair cascaded perfectly over shoulders. Eyes held mesmerizing, alluring gaze. What are you talking about? Father, stop this absurdity now. This is the woman I love. Pastor raised hands for prayer. Eyes turned wild and intense. Room seemed to darken momentarily. You've been blind all along. She's a spirit from water. I saw it when she entered. You don't know her true nature. She's been toying with you. David's heart raced in confusion. This sounded like complete nonsense. He knew Adanna better than anyone. She was perfect, enigmatic woman. But Pastor looked genuinely terrified. Adanna finally spoke calmly. Her voice sent shivers down spines. You're a fool, old father. You can't stop this wedding. David is mine completely now. I've claimed him forever. Nothing you say changes that. Chill swept through the room. You're a fool, old father. You can't stop this wedding. David is mine completely now. I've claimed him forever. Nothing you say changes that. Chill swept through the room. Her voice echoed unnaturally. Crowd shifted in growing fear. Something darker unfolded before them. Guests showed confusion and terror. Pastor lifted hands to heavens, muttered urgent prayers under breath. Voice grew louder with urgency. You think this is coincidence? She's not from this world. Spirit who lured you beach, like countless others before you. Her kind has no place here now. She's claimed your soul. David looked at serene Adanna. Something seemed distant and unnatural. Palms sweaty, heart racing fast. Could Pastor be telling truth? Adanna's eyes shifted suddenly. They glowed faint, sickly green. Pupils elongated, becoming otherworldly. Guests gasped in unison, fear. You dare insult me now? Voice grew deeper and darker. You think prayers can stop? I will destroy you all. In flash, she transformed legs. Lower body twisted into horse. Gown distorted around in human form. Guests screamed, rushing to exits. Air crackled with dark tension. Adanna advanced toward terrified Pastor. He raised hand, shouting prayers, but she vanished into air. Church hall fell eerily silent. Stunned murmurs from remaining guests, too terrified to speak loudly. David stood frozen in shock. Love of life disappeared suddenly. How could this be real? How had he been blind? What have you done, David? Pastor's voice heavy with regret. Church descended into pure chaos. People fled, crying in terror. David felt completely lost inside. Woman he planned future with was not who he thought. Pastor shook head in pity. You invited disaster into life. Learn to see hidden truths, or it will undo you. David's knees gave way suddenly. He collapsed onto cold floor. Pain in chest became unbearable. Felt he lost everything forever. Future, love, perhaps his soul. But it was just beginning. Haunting silence filled the church. Echoes of screams lingered faintly. David knelt on marble floor, palms pressed, searching for answers. How had this happened suddenly? How blind to the truth? Woman, he thought his future. vanished, leaving terror behind. Pastor stood over him pityingly, face full of deep sorrow. David couldn't speak at all. Thoughts blurred with guilt, confusion. He trusted Adanna completely, believed her every single word, now knew little about her. Pastor knelt, placing gentle hand, shoulder comfort in dark moment. What you witnessed, not hallucination. She is river goddess daughter, spirit feeding on living souls, manipulating you always. Disasters her doing entirely. David shook head in denial. This can't be real, father. She was kind and perfect. How wrong could I be? Pastor sighed with heavy sorrow. Easy deceived by such beings, masters of perfect illusion, make you see what desired. Underneath, predators seeking prey. Mind flashed to relationship beginning. Met her on fateful beach. Heart heavy from work stress. Waves crashing soothed his mind. Saw her standing alone horizon. White gown billowing in wind. Ethereal quality drew him instantly. I saw you from distance. I've been waiting for you. Line stuck with him always. Thought it shy, romantic then. Now seemed dark and sinister. She said private person always. No friends or family known. Claimed painful hidden past. Made me believe her story. Pastor's eyes hardened seriously. Why no one knew her? No family or real friends. Never existed outside bubble. Spirits don't live human lives. All part of grand deception. They need control over you. Breath hitched, remembering lies. Said family died, accident, killed by extended relatives. Diabolical reasons she claimed. Felt sick with own foolishness. Believed every single word. Blinded by love, my son. She played on that weakness. Love doesn't lie, but spirits do. Weaving web around you months. Memories of strange moments returned. No social media presence ever. Avoided public outings always. Insisted life completely private. Gave just enough to satisfy. Dismissed unsettling nightmare dreams. Saw her calling from beach. Thought just work stress then. Now realized they were warnings. You've seen her in dreams. Pastor broke through his thoughts. David nodded slowly in admission. She controls through such means. Feeding off your energy, emotions. Attached herself completely now. That's why life fell apart. She cursed you. Deliberately. Swallowed hard, fighting nausea. But why choose me specifically? Pastor softened with deep sympathy. You stumbled into her web, watching, waiting for a moment. Just another unfortunate victim. Recoiled, feeling like prey. Successful businessman once proud, now felt small and powerless. She threatened to kill me. If I didn't marry her, she would destroy everything. Pastor expression darkened gravely. She meant every word. Spirits don't joke threats. Destroy without any hesitation. Closed eyes, memories flooding. Accidents, mysterious, destructive fires. Failing business, bad luck. Ignored all warning signs. Blinded by obsession completely. I don't know what to. Feel I've lost everything, father. Only way break her hold. Through fervent, constant prayer. Cut ties binding you. Help others in need, feed beggars and poor. Only then truly break free. David nodded, desperately agreeing. Had to try anything possible, for his own sake, and others who might fall. But worst was yet coming. Nightmares returned more intensely. Adanna's hold tightened gradually, pushing him toward the edge. Couldn't escape her presence, no matter how he tried. Dreams became frequent, vivid. She stood by moonlit beach, white gown glistening eerily, piercing eyes locked coldly. You cannot escape me, David. You belong to me forever. Fulfill promise or suffer. Nightmares left him exhausted, drained. Woke, drenched in cold sweat, heart pounding, unable to shake dread. Felt her watching always. Life fell apart mysteriously. Business on brink collapse. Everything touched turned to dust. Stocks unsold without reason. Orders cancelled suddenly. Shop eerily silent, empty. Then devastating fire struck. Stayed late, salvaging business. Fell asleep in dim office. Woke to charred ruins. No forced entry signs. Fire started from within. Felt Adanna's lingering presence. I warned you, in dream. Can't run from my power. I destroy what you love. Ignored warning too late. Car accident days later. Truck collided violently. Car totaled, miracle survival. Body bruised, mind shattered. Lost business, car security. No control over life. Dreams more vivid, terrifying. I hold your destiny, David. You will never escape me. Woke, gasping for breath. Remembered pastor's urgent words. Must cut ties completely. How escape non-human entity? Desperation led to prayer houses. rumors of powerful helpers. Every ritual exorcism failed. Grip tightened each day, voice whispering constant doom. Ultimatum came in dream. Come to Beach David now, no choice left for you. Marry me, end suffering, or I destroy everything. Leave you completely broken, on edge, losing mind. How accept twisted offer, pressure destruction too much. Last attempt, prayer house. Older wise woman leader, listened to full story. You must feed the poor. For 10 days without fail, curse will be lifted. Only through charity freedom. David agreed, desperately, immediately. Next 10 days, fed beggars. Act seemed small, insignificant, but felt lighter each day. Nightmares less intense gradually. Shadows grew faint slowly. By 10th day exhausted peace. Dreams stopped completely. Adanna's voice faded away. Felt truly free finally. But deep emptiness remained. Lost so much forever. Scars would never fade. Stood on modest balcony, gazing at city skyline. Cool breeze brushed face. Weeks since nightmare ended. Dreams stopped, but echoes lingered. Life reduced to rubble. Reminders of near loss. Glimmer of fragile peace. Pastor's words echoed mind. Feed poor 10 days. Curse lifted through charity. Thought desperate measure then, but it worked miraculously. Couldn't return old self. Seen experienced too much. Adanna left permanent mark. Question what now future? Days in purposeless haze. Apartment felt like prison. Thoughts drifted to beach, where mistake first began. Ignored all warning signs. Woven perfect dangerous illusion. Something shifted within him. Choice to let define or learn. Use as lesson caution. Rebuild differently aware. Strong. Took look ruined business. Decided, start, completely fresh. Couldn't reopen same store. Learned importance, community giving. Reached old contacts, new project. Open small community center. Help struggling rebuild lives. Humble idea believed deeply. Keep grounded, focused matters. Poured energy into project. Met community leaders, secured space. Gathered necessary resources slowly. Setbacks, financial doubts came. But renewed purpose grew. Not just about himself. Giving others rebuild opportunity. The evening after long meetings. Soft knock interrupted thoughts. Old friend James entered. Supported during dark days. New project community center. Yeah, help, struggling people. Great seeing you forward. No, hasn't been easy. Learned, not everything seems. Blinded by deceptive love. Nearly destroyed me completely. Can't change past, only better. James nodded, understanding deeply. That's all we can do. David smiled gratefully. Friend, doing this give back. Help avoid my trap. James clapped back proudly. You're doing good, man. Road ahead, challenging still, but ready to walk. Past pain, regret behind. Future worth living now. Stood front, new center. Sign lighthouse, community center. Humble name felt perfect. Beacon hope for needy. Sense pride overwhelmed him. Years since Adanna incident. Walked away from wreckage. Memories haunted less powerfully. Found way move forward. Opened doors first time.